Picture this. It's a quiet Saturday night in March 2014. A Boeing 777, one of the safest planes ever built, pushes back from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. On board, 227 passengers from 14 different countries and 12 crew members. Families heading home, business travelers. 2 young Iranian men traveling on stolen passports. Everyone expecting a smooth overnight flight to Beijing. The plane takes off at 12:41 a.m. local time. Everything normal. The captain signs off with air traffic control in the usual calm tone. Good night, Malaysian 370. Those are the last words anyone ever hears from the cockpit. 12 minutes later, as the plane crosses into Vietnamese airspace, the transponder suddenly stops transmitting. The plane vanishes from secondary radar. Air traffic controllers try to raise them. Nothing. Military primary radar picks up the aircraft, making a sharp left turn back over the Malay Peninsula, then heading west toward the Andaman Sea. No mayday, no emergency squawk, just silence. By the time the sun rises, the world realizes one of the largest passenger jets in existence has disappeared without a trace. 239 souls gone. The search begins immediately. Ships, planes, submarines from Australia, China, the United States, Malaysia, and dozens of nations join in. They scour the South China Sea first, where the plane was supposed to be. But nothing. Then the Malacca Strait. Still nothing. Weeks turn into months. The search area shifts dramatically when Inmarsat satellite data reveals the plane continued flying for 7 more hours after radar contact was lost. The aircraft sent automated hourly pings to a satellite over the Indian Ocean. Analysis of those pings places the final moments somewhere in the remote southern Indian Ocean, one of the most isolated places on Earth. Debris starts washing up years later, a flaperon in 2015 on Reunion Island, wing fragments in Africa, more pieces in Madagascar. Confirmed as parts from Flight MH370. But the main wreckage? Still missing. The black boxes? Never found. The official Malaysian investigation in 2018 concluded the plane's controls were deliberately manipulated to deviate from the planned route. Someone in the cockpit turned off communication systems and flew the plane off course. But who and why? The most widely discussed theory points to the captain, Zahari Ahmad Shah. Flight simulator data recovered from his home computer showed a route eerily similar to MH370's, suspected path ending in the southern Indian Ocean with fuel exhaustion. Some say he was depressed, facing personal issues. Others argue it was a deliberate act, perhaps a political protest or suicide by pilot. But evidence is circumstantial. No suicide note. No clear motive. The co-pilot had no red flags. Alternative theories refuse to fade. Mechanical failure? A fire or rapid decompression could explain loss of communication, but not the deliberate turn and continued flight. Hijacking? The 2 passengers with stolen passports raised alarms, but investigations cleared them of terrorism links. No group claimed responsibility. Some point to remote hijacking cyber takeover of the plane's systems. Far-fetched, but not impossible in theory. Others whisper about military shootdown, accidental or intentional, covered up. Conspiracy circles claim the plane was flown to a secret base, perhaps Diego Garcia, a U.S. military installation. Families cling to hope their loved ones are alive somewhere. Most experts dismiss these ideas. The search for the wreckage, once the largest in aviation, history officially ended in 2017 after covering 120,000 square kilometers of ocean floor. Private searches continued. Ocean Infinity scanned more in 2018, nothing definitive. As of today, MH370 remains one of aviation's greatest enigmas. The plane that vanished, the families who still wait for answers. The questions that echo: how does a modern jetliner disappear in the age of constant tracking? Could it happen again? What do you think really happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370? Pilot action? Catastrophic failure? Something else entirely? Drop your theory in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next mystery.